to the bank holiday Monday. This is now 3.5 days since I was down here last. Sam has spent the whole of... Yes, did you come down yesterday?
Yeah, I was down here yesterday, but I wasn't here Friday or Saturday.
Yep, so as a brief update, it now does start, which we will showcase in a minute, but actually running. The issue was my fault, admittedly. But it wouldn't have been my fault if we didn't cut the loom. So I'm still blamed. So I still am passing blame. I said I wasn't going to. I was going to take full ownership, but
no, you're still passing blame.
Yeah, I'm passing blame. So I'm not even going to go into. Basically, there's a relay that should have been in there that wasn't, but we'll gloss over that. So Sam went off and got another caliper for the front because obviously the one was seized. That now works. We've got the lines on, so welded a tab on for the flexies, so that comes down here. We put probably the neatest bit on the car. The brake lines coming out and round. Also, a little union here, T-piece that goes into the master. We were having a bit of an issue because it doesn't seem that the union's long enough, so the pipe isn't.
Not bottoming out and not tightening the pipe up into the bottom of it.
So,
it's a pain in the corner.
So we're going to have to go out and find.
The rigs do work, so
yeah.
We know it works, it just leaks.
Yeah. So we can't really go out tomorrow unless we find something by tomorrow to have a test drive. So I have to get something ordered in. But what else have we done? Well, that bit's there done.
I've done the door bars since you were last.
Oh yeah, door bars. That is a good point. They're now in, so it's slightly safer. We've got the radiator is now pretty much mounted. So
just got to weld that tab back in tomorrow.
Literally just got to be welded in, and that should be good enough. I'll hold both sides.
Yeah, I'll do the same on the side as well.
Still got to drop the subframe down, but for doing a driving on the road should be okay. Floor's got to go on still. Everything else still has to be done, but at least now it does start. So grab the bits together. We'll grab a battery. Show it started. Battery on. Clocks key. So beep, Christmas tree, and so it's a bit loud, so I'll make sure it's in neutral. But ready? Yeah, geez, that scared the living crap out of me. Right, that's that's just that's all that's gonna be said on that.
Appropriate levels of obnoxious.
That was a lot louder than I expected. He told me it was loud, but that is
Dale nearly cried when he came in. He was not enjoying it.
So we have to try and deaden this somehow. We do have stock cats. I may have to make stick out a back like a.
Just have the stock cats and just chop them off behind. Weld a little tab between them and literally just have the stock cats coming like that.
Yeah, so we may have to work on that because.
Not going to snap them off.
Yeah,
it is going to be difficult.
Hoping that has no problems at pod. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. When it tries to scream it going down the track. This is the Tuesday night update. So we've done a little bit of work today. So the rear brake lines are all done. Runs down here, TP's down here. They're all bled up. Sam managed to find a pair of flexies, luckily enough, from an old project that we're kicking about for 3 years. I think these have been sat there.
Yeah.
About 3 years. So anyway, they're green, but it will do. We got a bit of colour. This was definitely my doing. Brilliant, bright, luminous pink. A bit of visibility in this sea of drab and grey. What else? Yep, radiator is now mounted on both sides properly now. We managed to sort out the shifter, so at least we can get first, second, third and fourth. Fifth and sixth are a bit of a push, but...
No, it does get them. It's just...
It's not a completely standard car smooth, so we're hoping once it's running, it's going to be a lot more free. We may have a bit of a tweak, but these cables are stretched and...
It's good enough for now.
Yeah, it will do the job.
It was the cheapest and easiest way to get it done, so...
So we've still got, obviously, the wiring we haven't touched today, but obviously have the fluids in. Clutch line is first thing on the job list for tomorrow.
I just need to get 2 more unions.
I did find out of the pile a couple of little little lights to put on the front, just so if we are moving about at night, that we'll have that on a little switch. And I do want to try, well, I'll show you, if we get it done, I'll show you something else that I think is going to be quite cool, but we'll save that for later. Still no better on the fuel tank situation. Well, we need to do some ringing round probably tonight to see if we can find something off the shelf. We don't really have the time to make something custom. Worst comes to worst, I've got a ride-on lawnmower that's got a tank that's got 2 tabs either side. We'll butcher that in somehow. 2 days now till we leave off for Santa Pod. Well, actually, technically no, it's midnight now, so it'll be tomorrow that we're actually leaving. So not much time left, but where we're at the moment, we had a good thing and then a bad thing. So it was running, as you saw in the previous part. Took everything out, we put the floor up, sorted all the wiring out, sort of roughly, sitting very bodgily, just laid out over here and laid out up there. Now it's not running again. We think we've got the same thing before, it's a nerf issue, so got to go back through it, but too late now, we'll do that tomorrow. But Sam's got all the restraints from the seating, which he's quite, he's demoing, like the moron he looks like. Hand restraints are on, stop him from flailing in obviously in a bodiless car. Belt is in, harnesses are in. The seat is all mounted, so fingers crossed. It's going to be a bit awkward for the pedals because there's it's not a nice angle for pressing clutch, and the clutch don't even feel. We haven't actually managed to fire it up, but clutch does not. Well, I managed to fire it up since we've put it all and the clutch is in, but it don't feel nice. So you can hear it activating. We're just open for good things. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. When we get it running. So we had a front over today. It's not long left. Has made some work on the tank while we've been sorting this out. I think we've got an idea to be able to get the stock fuel pump in it. So hopefully by tomorrow we'll have that all welded up and done, sorted. But everything else is now in, on and round. Okay, we're starting. I dropped the subframe now, but that is like the first job tomorrow. Is getting the track in the air, dropping that down, sorting the welds out. The dog weld can go on. We've got one side shaft in, but we can't get this side shaft in unless it is dropped. So tomorrow we'll.
When the subframe goes down, that shaft goes back in.
Yep. So I think that pretty much sums up today. It was just basically was getting all this wiring in and sorted. Luckily enough.
So I've got the auxiliary belt back on it.
Oh yeah, the auxiliary belt. We did have that massive issues. We went around a lot of cars to try and find a belt that fit. No belts fitted. So I went and bought one, which we thought was the right one. Turned out still not the right one. So we went back to the drawing board and we'll put the power steering pump back on. So the pump is on. We've literally took the loop out of it that goes out into the reservoir and back round into the pump. So we put a bit of fluid in and hopefully that keeps it alive just long enough to do a run and come back down from the back of the strip. So we'll.
I'm hoping it'll just be fit and forget.
I say
fluids and forget.
But other than that, it's starting to get there. ECU and that start mounted down. Obviously, this is going to be temporary.
Where Fox should be. We have where he should be.
So yep, there's fingers crossed.
No, it's not pretty, but it's functional.
Found a couple of little 12-volt LEDs, tiny little things. So if we've got enough time, we'll get them wired up on a little switch.
Basically, if we've got nighttime racing, coming back down the runoff road is a bit dark, so we may need some additional lighting.
Yeah, like I say, it's just a bit annoying that it wouldn't start. I'm definitely sure it's an nerf issue. I've said this before, you can't hear nothing click, no relays, no nothing. So there'll be something that we've missed throughout this expanse of cables that have been cut and spliced.
There'll be one wire that we've missed.
The only thing I did pull the fuses back out again, which all the fuses I pulled out are for things like your creature comforts, lights, heated seats and all that, but it's not unknown that Volkswagen can double up fuses.
With something daft, I wouldn't put it past them at all.
So that is pretty much for today. I say tomorrow / today is is the deadline. We want to try and make it to be able to leave with everyone else on the Friday. I'm just hoping for the best. But that's it. Next video. We're just hoping for better things.
Hopefully next video will be us driving up and down the...
Right, up and on private roads.
Yeah, private road. Mexico. Something like that.
Right, see you guys later.